Hi, my name's Jacqueline. This is Gideon. Say hi, Gideon. And I wanted to share some important information that I've been learning about lately because I kind of think that if people knew about it, then we can all kind of do more to help this problem. So it started when I watched this documentary about pollinators, and it was focused mainly on bees, and how they are dying at really alarming rates due to lots of different things, but climate change, pesticides, those are some of the main things. They also have these weird infections and little mites that get them and different things. Loss of habitat. But then also learned that there are a lot more pollinators, for instance, than just bees, and that native pollinators are a lot more efficient than, for instance, I'm in Virginia in the United States right now. The European honeybee, awesome, but not as efficient here as our native species. So, then a friend gave me some books, and so one I highly recommend. It's by Doug Tallamy. It's called Bringing Nature Home, and it really just shifted my whole mindset by educating me on how these things all work together. Learn a little bit more about the ecosystem and how it works and everything. Kind of basic stuff, but has a really profound impact. So basically, we've taken away a lot of wild habitat, of course, by our houses and yards and everything, and of course, that's what we're doing. Okay, that's a whole other topic, but we kind of have the power now with our yards to be able to provide this dwindling habitat and food for wildlife. And so, essentially, to support wildlife, we need to plant more native species. So native to wherever you might be. I'm going to focus on Virginia since that's where I am and that's the research that I've been doing. But wherever you are, finding and incorporating some more native species. And that's because basically they have evolved with the wildlife, all the animals, over millions of years. And so the plants and animals work together. They support each other in a way that doesn't happen without a long, long time for evolution. So it's getting out of this idea of that we don't want insects in our yards and gardens, which is kind of a tough sell. I realize that. What do you think, Gideon? I know. Oh, God, sorry. Kind of a tough sell because, we don't have the best impression of insects. I get it. But insects are food, main food source for birds, lots, and everything. Essentially, they're the base of the food chain in a big way. So, we need to provide some habitat and food sources for the insects. So when a plant says that it's completely pest resistant, it probably means that it's a alien species from somewhere else, and it's pest resistant because the animals here haven't evolved to be able to eat it. They actually can't eat it, and therefore this pest resistant plant doesn't contribute anything to the food chain, right? It's taking up the sun and water. Not taking up the sun, that's not going anywhere, I guess, but taking up the water and nutrients in the soil and whatnot, and then it's not able to go up the food chain. It doesn't provide habitat or food for anything else. So, Obviously, we don't want to have things in our garden that just get totally destroyed by insects. Like, that's not the point either. But if we have a wide enough range of species, then we can create more healthy ecosystems. And then, ideally, everything is in balance or closer to balance, and certain individual plants aren't getting completely destroyed. Like, you have insects, but then that's also attracting its predators, like birds that want to feed it to their babies. They want to eat it, yada yada. So it should keep everything in balance. So why I'm sharing this is because it's beginning of March now, and our last frost date here in zone 7A is like April 24th or something. And so I'm planning for a pollinator garden. And basically the idea of that is to plant, and of course there's lots of different things that you can do, but this is just what I'm going to take on this season. And so I wanted to share this with you guys now so that if you're interested, you can also create one for yourself. Because I really like it because it requires like very little work and maintenance. Right? And the idea is to plant a variety of native species in an area that you don't want to have to mess with. You don't want to have to cut it anymore. Where I'm going to put mine is basically like on the edge of the yard. So it's actually up against a fence. But so it's basically going to reduce the amount of lawn size because this big strip along the edge is going to be a pollinator garden. And so we don't have to mow it. We apparently don't even really have to water it, because another one of the benefits of native plants is that since they've evolved here, they're used to what we have here, which is generally like red clay soil. A lot of things can't grow here, but the natives have adapted to it over forever. So it just grows. And then you don't really ever cut it way, way down because you're essentially providing habitat for animals year-round. And apparently it's beautiful too. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. But if this is something that you're interested in, which basically if you like wildlife at all, if you like birds, if you like animals, if you like to see them, around your house and whatnot, it's kind of starting to fall on individuals to be able to make a difference. So I encourage you to look more into it. I'll put some links with this for some seed companies and whatnot, but there's a wealth of information on the internet, lots of agencies and things that I've discovered through this process. So yeah, look into it and let me know what you think. Talk soon. Bye.